After nearly 600 hours in this game, I have realized something. This isn't just a game about trucks. It's a lesson in patience and finding joy in the journey rather than the destination. This is the story of how I fell in love with a game which I didn't even know I needed. But before we get into that, let's talk about what makes this game so special. Okay, not that, but let's go back to where it all began. The year was 2021. I was just another gamer looking for a co-op experience to share with my best friend, who is now my wife. While I was browsing, I stumbled upon this video by Expert Gaming Tech and immediately fell in love with what I saw. Excited, I shared it with her, but she wasn't convinced. The reason being, neither one of us had any experience with off-roading, and SnowRunner was our introduction to the series. But after much discussion and a healthy dose of what the hell, we dove right in. Coming from traditional trucking games, our first hours were rough. We were unaware of the importance of drivetrain and proper tires. Pair that with the International Scout 800 determined to flip at every turn made me pull my hairs out. It was not a pleasant experience. Simple deliveries became epic adventures, and not in a good way. The game was slow, difficult, and at times very frustrating. It wasn't a mass market game like Battlefield or Call of Duty. It was a niche title with realistic scenarios which demanded patience. If not careful, you could damage the components, have punctures, run out of fuel in the middle of nowhere. All of this, combined with the lack of spare parts and fuel, not only teaches you to go easy on the vehicle, but also to plan your trips carefully, whether be it in rescue mission or simple exploration. Every trip felt like a gamble. The sheer unpredictability quickly became mesmerizing. One moment you're towing a load through muddy terrain, and the next you're stranded with no fuel. All of this was bearable, except the logging missions. Doing multiple trips had me asleep almost every single time. But once I learned the ropes, I realized there is no right way to play this game. You make mistakes and you learn from them. I also realized that sometimes the shortest route on the map isn't worth taking. SnowRunner forced me to slow down. But here's the thing about slowing down. It changes you. On 8th August 2022, I put down SnowRunner, thinking I'd had enough. Then a few weeks ago, I started a new game, and something clicked. It all started to come back. All those things that used to frustrate me, the painfully slow logging missions, the struggle on mud with highway tires, the constant threat of tipping over, I found myself loving every second of it. I rediscovered P16 and heard its magnificent horn, witnessed Western Star Twin Steer in all its glory, cruised through mud with the help of Tega's balloon tires, explored Lake Cove and Imandra, helped cousin Cletus. I fell in love with SnowRunner all over again. I wish I could play it again for the first time, but I'm grateful for what it taught me. This game, which was initially just an excuse to spend more time with my future wife, became something more. It sparked a genuine love for off-roading. So much so that I dream of having my own little off-roader someday. Going out on trips, exploring new roads, seeing quarries, and clocking in at least 100,000 kilometers of pure adventure. SnowRunner is not just a game you rush to finish. You take it slow, savor it, celebrate the little victories, and not give up. Never. Until you get frustrated and bring one of the Russian trucks to get the job done. That's been it. I've been Darth Snape, and may the downforce be with you.